A new exhibition is now open in downtown Manhattan that recreates the Nova Music Festival in Israel on October 7th and the moments before, during, and after the Hamas attack. Over 360 concertgoers were killed that day and dozens were taken hostage. Joining us now, NBC News entertainment correspondent Chloe Melas. Chloe, tell us about this really emotional exhibit.
Good morning, Mika. The Nova exhibit opened yesterday, and this sprawling 50,000 square foot space in downtown Manhattan is being spearheaded by music executive Scooter Braun, who was inspired to bring it from Tel Aviv here to New York. Now, Braun and some of the survivors who I spoke with say that this installation is not about religion or politics, but a moment to raise awareness about the attack at the music festival, to remember the lives lost and hostages that were taken. A warning, some images and details may be disturbing.
Everywhere you turn your head to, you see the smiles, you see happy people.
Reflections of smiling faces, dancing, people living their best lives.
I was really excited for it. It was amazing.
The Moment Music Stood Still is an exhibit that recreates those moments in vivid detail, from the dirt on the ground to festival music echoing through this 50,000 square foot space in Lower Manhattan.
People just come up to you out of nowhere and start talking to you like your family. So that was very special to me.
A fun-loving event that took a terrifying turn when the festival was targeted by Hamas militants in a surprise attack in October. Festival producer Ophir Amar was shot in the leg while trying to escape.
While they shot at us, I was talking to my wife on the phone, and my wife was 9 months pregnant at home at that day. If I pass out, I cannot answer Leo, my wife. I cannot talk to her.
I took out my phone and I called my ex-fiance. And I said to him, Shai, we're getting attacked. We're getting attacked.
Lee Saucy, a 26-year-old American citizen, says she took refuge in a nearby bomb shelter with a small group that included her uncle Avi, who was killed in the attack.
He took the impact of the grenade right in front of me. And then they started shooting again. And for 8 hours, I hid under the bodies and I put the jacket over my face and I covered my ears because my ears were ringing. It was hard.
26-year-old Danielle DeVere said she hid from the gunman in an orange grove.
I had this scarf on me, which I got before the festival because I thought the color is cute. I saw orange trees in the same color, so I thought maybe use the scarf as a camouflage.
This is the biggest massacre in music history.
Record executive Scooter Braun helped bring the exhibit to the U.S.
When Americans come to this exhibit, what are you hoping that they take away?
Look, these are actual cars that terrorists destroyed. This could have been anywhere, and I think it's important that we see ourselves and others so we can have some humanity for them.
Organizers shipped salvaged items from Israel, including bullet-ridden porta potties and a lost and found of unclaimed personal effects.
This one's really tough for me. You know, growing up in a Holocaust family, there's a lot of images of just piles of shoes. And that should not happen.
While the exhibit focuses only on what happened at the music festival, Braun and organizers acknowledge the human toll affecting both sides of the conflict.
You can come and see this exhibit and be here for these music lovers and call out for the hostages and still, at the same time, have the empathy in your heart to call out for innocent people in Gaza to be protected.
What do you plan to do with your lives now?
We are the voice of all our friends and victims that cannot tell the story and to show the world this happened to us. It's one language and it's for everybody. And of course, we'll do more festivals and we will dance again.
Organizers say that the possibility of drawing anti-Israel demonstrators forced them to keep their exact location a secret until tickets went on sale Sunday. And while there is a noticeable police presence outside the venue, they maintain that this is a precautionary measure and that no credible threats to public safety have been made, Mika.
NBC's Chloe Melas, thank you very much for that really powerful report. Really well done.
Well, you know, it was the worst massacre in the history, obviously, of music festivals. It was also, though, it was the worst massacre of Jews
Right.
since the Holocaust. And somehow, nobody wants to talk about this anymore. Nobody wants to talk about October the 7th. It's two truths can be held at the same time.
That's what I loved about what the producer said of this
Right.
exhibition.
We can look at the people of Gaza and feel for them and hope that we move towards peace there. This, though, I would say this is like Israel's Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
But it's actually, if you look at the numbers, it's far worse than our 9/11, far worse than our Pearl Harbor. If you look at the numbers proportionally to the rest of the country, and the response that you get whenever you talk about October 7th is, oh, but we don't talk about that. We want to talk about what's going on right now. Again, forgetting the reason why Hamas started this war. Forgetting that they had planned to systematically rape and abuse Israeli women. This, of course, enemies of Israel, enemies of Jews don't want you to talk about October the 7th. They don't want to talk about what we told you on October the 8th, what we told you or on the 9th, the days after this, that Hamas did this purposefully to kill, torture, and rape Jews, but also to draw a response from Israel, where they could use Palestinians as human shields. And while Israel was doing what any other country on the planet would do, and that is to seek out and search for the terrorists who shot their infants in their crib, who raped their daughters, savaged their wives, killed their parents in front of them, shot their children in front of them. Somehow we're told by extremists that are protesting on a lot of college campuses and across the country that October 7th, don't talk about it. That has nothing to do with what's going on now. No, it has everything to do with what's going on now. Pearl Harbor, it forced us to move against the Japanese, forced us to do a lot of things that, caused a lot of suffering. We could talk about Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We could also talk about the firebombing of Tokyo. It actually killed more people than the nuclear weapons. And so we have to hold two truths at the same time. One is that this was the worst slaughter of Jews since the Holocaust, and they have to find the terrorists that raped their women, that killed their babies, that burned their grandmothers. And the other truth is we have to look at the suffering in Gaza, and as the United States of America, use our power, use our strength, use our allies in the region, our Arab allies in the region, to bring peace to the area, to bring a two-state solution, to bring, what needs to happen, Mika, and that is constant warfare, it seems, since 1948.
We're going to
Hey, everyone. MSNBC has a new and improved app. You'll get real-time alerts and analysis, live blogs, in-depth essays, video highlights, and the best 2024 election coverage. Download the new MSNBC app. Here's how to do it. You tap on the App Store on your phone. You hit search on the bottom right corner. You type in MSNBC. You click on the MSNBC app. You click on Get or the cloud icon and enjoy it.